Welcome to VINS. I'm Elizabeth D'Orazio, and our very vocal guest here is Utah. He's one of the birds here you can see at VINS, and we're joined by Nathan, who is his handler, and he's going to tell us all about the history of this beautiful bird. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
So Utah is a great horned owl.
Yeah.
And tell us how he got his name and how you got him here.
So Utah got his name because he came from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hi.
And here at VINS, we name our birds based on the places that they come from.
Sure.
That way a piece of their story is embedded in their name. And so he came to us, he was hit by a car in Salt Lake City, Utah. And as a result, he suffered eye damage in his right eye.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, when he looks around, you can see he keeps it closed. It's still there, but it's kind of blue and doesn't really work. And so he just keeps it closed. And as a result, not being able to see very well, also maybe having some moderate brain damage, that made him incapable of hunting.
Okay.
So he stays here with us, just like all the birds we have.
So you're going to say he's a permanent bird here. He's not one that you're expecting to release back into the wild.
Right, exactly. If we ever have a bird on our glove, it's going to be here forever. If we think it's going to be released in the wild, we will have as little contact with it as possible.
So tell us a little bit about your work with him.
So my work with him, all right, so I'm one of the educators here, and so is he, in a way. He's like our colleagues, an ambassador for their species. And together we walk around on various stages all throughout Vermont and New Hampshire, actually, and we talk about great horned owls or raptors in general and their ecology and why it is they're important in their world, in our world.
Right.
And we talk about how they're different from other birds, how raptors are different from other birds, and how each raptor is different from each other, hopefully helping people understand various adaptations of animals in the world or different habitat needs and things like that.
And for our viewers wondering what Utah's looking at is the eagle cage is behind us, the eagle sanctuary. So he's kind of keeping an eye on those birds while he's talking to us.
Yeah, so even though great horned owls are basically an apex predator in their habitats, there still are raptors that are a lot bigger than they are, and eagles are one of them. So he keeps a pretty hard eye on the eagles back there.
Yeah.
Speaking of apex predators, or predators in general, the great horned owl is often thought of as the tiger of the night sky. He's a generalist species. He has a huge variety in his diet. So he'll eat things like scorpions, little scorpions,
Really?
to snakes, to mice or flying squirrels or other owls, and you can just keep getting bigger and bigger. And they're also one of the few known predators of skunks.
Really? So they'd be
Yeah.
handy around here.
They'd be handy around here. And that's important to note because people often think, oh, he's eating skunks. Oh, that's terrible, that reeks. But owls, like many birds, don't actually have a highly developed sense of smell.
So it's perfect for them.
Right, and they're large enough to take out the skunk and the scent doesn't bother them.
So what do you feed him now? I imagine that, now that he's one of the permanent birds here, he has a different diet.
Different-ish, yeah. We're not going to feed him scorpions because we don't get scorpions.
Hard to get around here.
Yeah, but in captivity we do try to mimic their natural diet as much as possible. And for raptors, that means a carnivorous diet. We only feed them meat, no blueberries, no seeds, just
Right.
meat. And for us, that means mice, chicken, quail if we get it. Sometimes if a game warden sees a deer that just got hit from a car, he'll bring that to us, or rats, or yeah, basically different types of meat.
So really, you really are trying to let these animals live as naturally as possible, even though they are relegated to the sanctuary area here.
Yeah, totally. Even if we tried, we couldn't take the wild out of them. Even the birds that we hold on our glove, it's still clear every once in a while that they have this very wild attitude. We get too close to them in a way they don't like, something spooks them.
He'll let you know.
And exactly.
So tell us what brought you to VINS.
I came to VINS this time around because I personally really wanted to work on my public speaking skills and my raptor handling skills. But on a broader spectrum of life, I came to VINS because I want to be immersed in the world of environmental education. And when I was going to school in Arizona, very far away from here,
I can imagine. We're getting there.
we had a class. It was all about using different activity guides for environmental education. One of them that we used was Hands-on Nature, which was produced by VINS long ago.
Oh, wow.
And so I learned about VINS. VINS has this reputation in the world of environmental education. I had some good friends in Vermont. They always talked about Vermont. I was like, I want to go to Vermont. So I came to VINS.
You got called to VINS.
Yes.
Well, we want to thank you for coming, and we really appreciate all the work that you do here. Oh, there you are. Now Utah's going to look at the camera. Oh, you going to take the limelight? Okay. And we want to thank all of you that work here that bring these beautiful animals into our lives. And we're going to let Utah have the last word here and remind you to make sure you come and support VINS, not just as a visitor, but maybe consider making a donation so beautiful creatures such as Utah can continue to live their lives in the most natural way possible.